Hey, hi Kavita,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm also good. How are things in Bangalore?
I'm in Mumbai.
Oh yeah. You are in Mumbai. Yes. How are
No,
things in Mumbai?
chaotic, with all this lockdown and everything, it's really sad state. They're expecting things to go on in the same manner, at least in the mid of May, and then they're expecting a decline in the sort of this. But things are not so not so good. How are things
Yeah.
there with you?
Yeah. So the things were pretty much the same. It was the same condition over here as well in Delhi. But
Yeah,
we are hoping the situation to calm down now. Now that the vaccination has been made compulsory for everyone. So hopefully
no,
the situation should come under control, but otherwise things were pretty bad here too. There was a constant tussle that was going on between the state to arrange the beds and also the oxygen for the patients. So that was the main thing that everybody was going through and also was struggling to streamline. But yeah, I mean, it has got. I mean, so this week comparatively has been better, and hoping that the things calm down and we all come back to our normal routine soon. Yeah. So we have a few viewers who are there with us, and there will be more who will be joining us soon. So why not start with a brief introduction of yours? Wherein you brief everybody about your journey as an artist, because you have been experimenting with a lot of different medias, and why don't you share something about your journey as an artist to everyone, and also the kind of paintings that you make. What are the themes? What is your inspiration? So yeah, over to you now.
yeah. So, I have done a diploma in commercial arts, okay, from Nirmaniketan College in Bombay, Nirmaniketan College of Applied Arts. After that, I started working in advertising agencies as an artist, okay. The last I was working was with Pidilite Industries, where I used to handle the advertising of Refill Colors, coordinating with the advertising agencies. Okay, I got married, and then my husband had a transferable job, so I had to leave the job, and I started on my own. So that's when I started teaching, because that was very convenient. Anywhere you go, you can teach or do work as a freelancer on your own. So that is what I started doing, and thankfully it worked well for me. Uh, then but now I'm doing teaching. I'm not doing anything what I did as a diploma in commercial arts. This is fine arts. I'm teaching various kinds of techniques and mediums to children and adults. Now, what happens is each and every technique is so fascinating. Okay, whether you take pencil colors, charcoal, watercolors, jelly colors, oil, everything is so fascinating to me. I want to do everything. So I got involved in all kinds of techniques, and of course, depending on the orders, what the clients want, I make paintings according to their requirement. But each and every technique is really fascinating. Now, during this lockdown, I got time to sort of do what I wanted. Till now, I was working on what the clients wanted, and I happily did it. I have absolutely no problem there. But this time, obviously, nobody was spending money on placing orders. Everybody is holding on to the money because you don't know what this lockdown will, come out with. So obviously, there was no orders, there were no classes. So I got sufficient time to introspect. I started doing what I wanted to do, and I was very happy. Lockdown at least helped me in that manner. So I got time to indulge in all kinds of mediums and techniques. Okay, and what happens is I thought of teaching charcoal today because it's easily available. Okay, even if you don't have charcoal, even if you have these regular pencils, these kind of pencils, HB pencils, 2, 4B pencils, these are easily available in any shop. Okay, and these are not expensive at all. Okay, so you can practice with these pencils, and then you can sort of go towards charcoal. So that is what I thought of, sort of teaching everybody today. Okay, so that's about me. About me.
That's really inspiring, and also how you have continued with your passion of exploring art, and also your subject as an art enthusiast right from your college times. Also, considering the fact that in those days, when you might have started, art as a profession would not have been taken up by a lot of many female, so taking some kind of an unconventional course and also excelling in that field is really interesting. So thank you so much, Kavita, for sharing your journey. Now we'll move over, because you mentioned that charcoal art is something that anyone can start, and also we have a lot of art enthusiasts on our page, young children, also artists, art, people who are self-taught artists. So why don't you share something, some tips and techniques, and also some basics on what is charcoal painting all about, and what are the things, what are the material that is required as per your
So
experience.
bring you down on the table, okay,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
show all the material required. Okay,
All right, all right.
give me a minute. I'll be teaching you how to sketch this today.
All
Okay,
right. This
before
this
that,
looks
we have
re-
to
this looks really
sorry.
beautiful. This looks really beautiful.
Why I'm teaching this today? Because there are a lot of techniques which can be understood in this particular picture. Okay, and it's quite easy. It's not so difficult for beginners. This will be very helpful to start with. Now, first I will show you the kind of papers that are required. Okay,
All right.
see now this is a very smooth paper. Okay,
Okay.
it's a very smooth, and this paper has a little texture.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and there are 3 or 4 different kinds of papers available with various degrees of texture. In some of the papers, the texture is much more. In some of the papers, the texture is less. In some of the papers, there's no texture at all. Okay. So now these are the papers that are easily available. Okay. This is a watercolor also be used for sort of charcoal sketching. Okay. Now this is
Okay.
300 GSM. Here, 300 GSM. What is
Okay.
300 GSM is the thick of the paper. Like this paper is quite thick. Okay, and it feels good to work with a thicker paper. Obviously, for watercolor, you need more thick paper because the water makes the paper a little soggy. But this paper is also very good to do sort of charcoal sketching. In this paper, you get this kind of thing.
All right.
Okay, this is a very loose sketching technique. Here, then it is not mixed properly. You can see here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes. Yes.
texture of the paper.
This looks really beautiful. Yeah.
So this texture of the paper gives you this kind of an effect.
All
Okay,
right. All right.
this is one. Then there is this also. Okay, here. This is also watercolor paper, but I also like to use it for my charcoal sketching where I want to do loose techniques. Okay,
All right. Yeah.
this is this. See, this is 200 GSM. 200 GSM
Okay.
means paper is a little less thick. It's a thinner than the 300 GSM. This is also for charcoal sketch. Now
All right.
this paper is smooth.
Okay.
Then this is another brand that you get cancelled. This is also for charcoal sketching and soft pages. This is very smooth. This kind of
Okay.
paper good for when you want to do fine line. Okay, I'll show you this paper here. This is the paper. Okay, if you want to do very fine lines, like if you are doing sort of an animal or sort of fur of an animal, you need very smooth lines like this. Okay,
Yeah.
so for that, this smooth paper works very well.
All right.
Okay, and if you want this kind of an effect, like I showed you, this grainy effect, then you have to go for a quartz paper.
All right.
Now, there's another picture that I have here. This one. Okay. This is
Yeah.
also cool. Okay. But this is on the less smooth paper. This paper is less
Okay.
grainy. So that is how I have got this smooth texture.
All right.
So it all depends on what you want to do. And you may want to do this in certain times. You may want to do this texture certain time times. So you
Yeah.
can pick kinds of papers. Paper is
Yeah.
very important. I personally like at least a little bit of texture in the paper because I mainly do portrait. Also for
Okay.
animal portraits, if you want to do loose sort of strokes,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
paper with texture works very well. If you want to do realistic animal, which with all those fur and those hair and all, then you should go for
Yeah.
really smooth paper.
All right.
Okay. Okay. So this is about the paper.
That's really informative because I haven't seen many people covering also the types of sheets that are available and how the various sheets can also define your smoothness to the work that you are doing. That
And
thanks for sharing.
certain brands are available in my area, but those may not be available in your area. So you have to
Yeah,
find out
yeah,
what is your area. There are many brands, so you can find out what is available in your area. actually वहाँ पे मैंने वो पेंसिल में चारकोल पेंसिल रख के cover to get it. Please get it.
definitely.
So now what happens with charcoal is either a baby. Did you find it? Huh. So these are the charcoal pencils. Okay.
Okay.
Again, you get various brands and various. Now this is 6B. Okay.
Yeah,
You get various 2B, 4B, 6B, 8B. You get various grades. This is another charcoal pen. So you have to find what is available in your area. This is a
okay,
white chart.
okay,
A white chart for giving highlight. See, for example, this is how this will work. Okay, this is for doing finer lines. This is good for covering larger area.
okay.
Okay, because very blunt and smooth, very smooth. So this
Yeah,
covers large area very well. Okay,
yeah,
again this is powdery. It is very powdery. This is has a little wax in it. This is very powdery. Okay, so if you do it like this and if you merge it, mix it well,
yeah.
cover a large area. Okay, because with this fine pencil, you cannot spend so much of time covering the whole page if you want to do a background, black
Yes,
background.
yes, yes,
You spend
yes.
time, doing it. So you can use this, and also there is this sort of charcoal stick here. This
Okay.
is also very cheap. Okay, so if you apply this and if you rub it like this, you can cover a large area.
Yeah.
Okay? There's also powder available, charcoal powder available, which
Okay.
you can just put it like this and then you can spread it with your hand or a cotton and you can cover the last for this.
Okay. All
Now,
right.
this is kneaded eraser, kneaded. This is flexible like this. See, like this. Like this. So what you can do is it's very good for erasing. We generally use this eraser for erasing. Hmm? You can use normal eraser, but what happens is this eraser is quite hard.
Yeah.
So we use this kind of a eraser. And this, see, it just picks up color like this. Supposing you want some kind of a texture, you just do it like this and it picks up the charcoal. So you get this kind of a, okay?
Yeah.
And then there
Yeah.
is this is also another kind of stick that is available. Then you have this white charcoal. White
All right.
charcoal, if you want to do some kind of a highlight of it,
Yeah.
you can also do some highlighting with this gel, this white
Okay.
gel. But you cannot run over it because it picks up charcoal. So you can,
Yeah.
like this and then I keep cleaning with
Yeah.
gel. Okay. Now this is called mono eraser.
Okay.
Mono called mono eraser. Okay. This is for erasing like this. See, if you want to have this kind of an effect like this,
Okay.
called mono eraser. If you don't have mono eraser, what you can do is you can take your regular eraser like this, okay, and then just cut a corner of it
Yeah.
like this. So you get a sharp edge here.
Yeah.
So with this sharp edge, you can get that effect like this.
Yeah.
So when you are beginner, you don't want to spend too much money on various kind of things. Then you use these techniques. Once you are confident, once you know you want to go ahead with this, then you can sort of invest money in all these materials. When you are starting, when you are a beginner, all you need is one charcoal pencil black, one charcoal pencil white, okay, the background, okay, and a normal eraser. Once you have started and you're happy with it and you want to sort of pursue it, then you can have all these sort of professional articles. Even for a child, if a child or even for you, if you want to sort of begin, if you want to just go with these normal pencils. There's no need to spend too much money on charcoal when you're a beginner. Because what happens is, it takes a lot of practice. Nothing comes easy. Nothing comes, in a first instance. So when you're a beginner, when you're practicing, go for these pencils. Okay,
Yeah.
once you have understood the technique and everything, then you can sort of indulge in all these.
Very true.
Okay. Now these are called stumps. These are called stumps.
Okay.
These are made of paper. This is for blending. These are called blending stumps. So if you want to blend, you can blend it like see.
All right.
So what happens is now what happens with this paper is this coarse paper. It has a texture. This is
Yeah.
called tooth. 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 Okay.
Okay.
So these are called tooth. So what happens is the charcoal stays on the surface. But you
All
need
right.
to go inside also for it to stay. Okay, so
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
you once you put this and then once you blend with this, you can the charcoal powder will go inside the grains, and that is how it will stay. Now, if you are doing this on a very smooth paper, this kind of technique is not advisable to do it on a smooth paper because what happens is the paper will not it will remain on the surface. The charcoal will remain
Yeah.
on the surface.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it is not for smooth paper. You do it if you want to do very fine lines like this, like this.
Yeah.
If you want to do very fine lines, very fine details. Then you go for smooth paper. Okay, so this
Also,
is very
yeah. Also, so the stuffs that you mentioned. So, are there any? Is there any specific company that these are from, or they are freely available
no,
online?
these are readily available. They are very affordable. They are hardly costing, I think, 60, 70 rupees for these five. These are thin. This is more thick. Like it goes, you get a set of five stumps. Okay, for finer lines,
Okay.
you can use. And once it
All right.
becomes black or it has a stain, you can just clean it or you can just, with the cutter, you can just remove it and it will become brand new.
Hmm.
Okay. Also, you can blend with the sort of earbud. You can also blend with an earbud. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Or piece of cotton and just roll the cotton and blend it. Now, this kind of technique also works with this is called soft pastels. Okay,
Okay.
these are soft pastels, and these are soft. These are like chalk. They come in your hand.
Okay.
If you just they come in your hand. Like this. So this also this kind of paper and this kind of technique also works with soft pastels. These are soft pastels and these are soft pencils or pastel pencils. Okay, for fine
Okay.
work you can use this, and for coarse work you can use this. Okay, this is
All right.
Camel. Practically speaking, this is called this is Camel product. This very
O-
affordable,
Okay. Okay.
around
And
200.
these are of different shades, right? I mean, because when we talk about charcoal, we generally associate that with black color. So this has got various shades, right?
Yes, this is called soft pastels, but it works like charcoal. See,
All
this is
right.
how you will get. This is the, so you can blend it with your hand.
Yeah.
If you go to my page, you will see a lot of portraits done with soft pastels. I just love soft pastels. Okay.
Okay. That's great.
Yeah,
Also,
when you look at
Kavita,
more,
for everybody's reference, for those of them who are there with us online, and also those who will be watching our live session, also mention your art page handle so that everybody can follow you and also get in touch with you. Also view the artwork that you are doing.
Kavita Bhandari 62 Instagram, and my Facebook is Kavita Bhandari Arts.
All right. So
So
this
you
is for
find me
all
on
the viewers who are there. Also, you can follow Kavita's Instagram handle to see the kind of work that she has already created, and also to seek if you have any questions, if you would like to get in touch with her, you can do that by following her page. Yeah.
you can also blend with a brush.
Okay.
Of course, like this. So now I will show you how to do it. So I have drawn the outline here.
Okay.
Now what we have to do is we will take a regular charcoal pencil.
Okay.
Okay, this is a regular charcoal pencil, 60.
All right.
I want to start so uh, blue pencil. Blue color pencils. Shading के लिए जो मैं use. Okay, now see what you have to remember now here. If you can see like this, here there is some shading here like that.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'll show you how to do one petal like this, and there is this white here, and then you see the background that is very dark. Okay. So
Yeah.
now here, so here when we are doing this like this, you have to remember that this is the shape of the petal. So when we are
Okay.
doing shading, we have to curve the shading in this panel.
All right.
When we are doing this petal, it has to curve like this. Okay.
Okay.
Before that, these are some more pencils. These are called lumograph pencils, Stadler lumograph pencils.
Okay.
Okay. These are also very good for shading and for pencil work. You get this is 9B. You get again you get this in various grades 2B, 4B, 6B, 8B, 9B. These are also.
All right.
So now here now and then when you are doing this petal, your shading will go in this format. This is how the angle. You have to always remember this angle. You cannot do straight lines like this. It has to follow the angle of the petal like
All
this.
right. All
If
right.
it is coming here, it will come like this. So in the center, the line will be like this. And then from here, the other lines will originate like this. It will go along with the curve of the petal like this.
Okay. All right.
Now when we are doing this petal here, now what I'm doing here is I'm just drawing a few lines like this. This is a little coarse paper, not smooth
Okay.
paper. It's a
All
little
right.
coarse. So here I have done some dark lines. Okay. Now
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
taking this stump here, this stump. Okay. And if I want to blend it, I will just blend it like this. Okay. Now
Okay.
see, this stump already has some chakra on this from my previous work.
Yeah.
So you can use this also for your benefit. Now, if you want to do shading in a few places, light shading in a few places, you can just use because it's already charcoal in this.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good.
So you can use this also like this. See, like this. Okay. Now, what I have done is for these white lines, I have left the white lines. The white lines that you see is of the paper. I have not used any white charcoal. That is how it looks good. But in case you want white highlights or white this texture, you can use this charcoal pencils like this. White.
All right.
This blends it also. Okay, either this or you can use your eraser. You can use your eraser to get those fine lines like this. Like this.
Yeah.
So these are the three ways you can get achieve white. Okay. Now here all the lines are originating from the center here. All the lines will be originating from the center. Now here. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking this stroke like this. Like this.
Yeah.
I'm not drawing like this. I'm doing like this. You can see what I'm doing? I'm doing like this. What happens is when you do like this, when you do like this, or when you do like this, you can see that it is thicker here and thinner here. The
Yeah.
blade of okay. So this is the effect you get when you do like this or like this.
Yeah.
If you draw, you will get an even stroke like this.
Yes.
Okay? So this is the way you can work at it. So this is how it will give that kind of an effect like this. Okay, and then after that again with the stump, you can blend it like this. Now here it is too white. So I will just do it like this to give it some kind of a shading like that. Okay. Now
Yeah.
as you can see, this petal is overlapping this petal.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we will do is now right now they are mixing. You can't differentiate between the two petals. So
Yeah.
here what I'm doing is I am making this portion a little dark. This portion where it is overlapping the petal.
Okay.
So what happens and here it is lighter. So you can
Yeah.
easily differentiate between the two petals like this. So
Yeah.
now
Very.
here what I'm making it darker here like this. And here it is light.
Yeah.
So you can differentiate between the two petals. Okay. And then I will just define this like this. Okay. Now here
Okay.
again the lines are overlap are going in this direction. Like this. Okay. So once you do this and then you can blend it.
All right.
Now here you can see in the center it's very dark.
Yeah.
You can just give the shape of the petal like that and you can make it darker. So this is how you complete all the petals.
All
Okay.
right.
Now there are certain dots here. You can see. You can just add dots in. If you don't want the dots to be too prominent, you can just sort of make them like that, blend them. Or you can
Yeah.
directly take the stump and make some dots like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is how you work on the petals.
Okay.
Okay. Now as you can see in this picture, the flower is white in color,
Yeah.
but you hardly see any white. But still it looks like a white flower.
Yeah.
So what you have to do is now you make the background dark.
Okay.
Once you make the background dark, the flower will stand out.
All right.
So here what I'm doing is with the pencil I'm drawing the outline of the flower. Close to the petal I'm just doing it with the pencil like this.
Okay.
And then I'm using this, okay? Because I want
Yeah.
to cover a large area.
Yeah.
I'm taking this. Okay? And then with the blender, you can just merge it with this. You can also do it with your hand, or you can do it with the yogurt or a cotton ball.
All right.
You can see a lot of powder here.
Yeah.
You can use the powder to blend it. So what happens is the petals stand out. They look
Start.
like white, even though there is hardly any white in the flower. It's
Yeah.
covered with some gray, but still it looks like a white flower. And then
Yeah.
as you go out, you can make it lighter and lighter. So it is darker close to the flower, but as you go out, you can blend it like this and make it lighter.
Yeah.
So it gives a good effect. Like this. And then this can be pencil. And if you want to have very fine, very clear cut sort of outlines or something, you can go for a nice sharpened pencil. Then you can give it a,
Okay. Okay. All right.
or even these lumograph pencils are very nice.
Okay.
So this is how you develop the picture.
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to work more on this, or is this enough?
I think this is good to go, and the rest of the part everybody can complete on their own. Also, can tag us on our
Yes.
pages. Yeah. Once they're
Yes.
done with it. Yeah. So Kavita, is there any other aspect of the complete artwork that you would like to share further, which might help the participants to complete the entire picture as per your original picture? So, is there any other thing apart from the things that you have shared already that you would like to share with the participants?
You want me to explain more about this picture, or should I show some tips for portraits?
Yeah, you can take any. So you can either take portraits, or maybe you can take the same example. It could be any.
Okay. So for this, again, a little more, like, if you want to sort of give white highlights, like I said, then you can use
Okay, all right.
it.
This is also for all the viewers who are watching the live video at the moment with us. If you have any questions, feel free to post in the chat box. Okay, so that we can take it up.
See, now for portraits.
Yeah.
Now, what happens is I get a lot of students who like to do sort of drawing and painting and all that, but they are not confident in doing drawing because it's what you need to get a correct outline first in order to do a good picture. If you don't have
Yeah.
a correct outline, it makes no sense. So what
Yeah.
happens with artists who are really gifted, they just sketch it in a free hand. No, not all can do it. You need a lot of practice. You need a lot of knowledge, the structure of the face, the curves of the features and all that. It is very important. Okay, now even
Yeah.
if it is loose sketch, okay, this is a very loose sketch. It's like done it in a very rough manner, right? Yet the eyes and the nose and everything stands out correctly. Okay,
Yeah.
so what happens is in order to get a correct drawing, you and if you don't want you want to do it now, but you don't want to spend too much of time in practicing and so what you do is you go to my YouTube in I can't remember the one. I'll just tell you in that I sort of explain how to do a correct outline. Okay,
Okay.
correct
Okay.
outline in various techniques. I'll just tell
All
you the
right.
number
Yeah.
of my video.
Also do share with everyone your YouTube page name so that they can
Yeah,
follow your work.
video number 17. Okay, video number 17. In
Okay.
video number 17, I have explained how to draw correctly in a simple manner. Okay, like in a grid method. Okay,
Yeah.
in the grid method, and also I have also explained in one of the videos how to transfer pictures from sort of if you have this picture, okay, you want to transfer it on a paper without
Yeah.
drawing it, how to trace it and transfer it on this paper. So in that also in one of the videos I have explained that also. I'll just tell you the number. Okay, that is video number 39.
Okay.
Okay, video number 39. My YouTube channel is Kavita Bhandari Arts.
Okay, all right. So
Okay,
this is for
video
all the
number
viewers who are watching this live. You can follow Kavita's art Instagram art handle, and at the same time YouTube channel, which has got a lot of videos from where you can learn and also seek more insights on how to complete your artwork. Specifically, the videos that she mentioned at the moment. Yeah.
So in that, I have explained how you can trace out this picture and transfer it on your paper in which you want to draw, and then start shading. Because see, a lot of students, they especially children, they do not have the patience to go through, the basics. What we
Yeah.
have done, what I have learned it from the basics.
Yeah.
You start with A, B, C, D, and then you go to form sentences. But
Yeah.
now, children mainly, they do not have time. They do not have the patience to go from the basics. So this is a shorter method. They want to draw, they want to shade, they want to paint, but they don't want to spend too much of time in learning how to draw. So this is
Yeah.
an easier. draw. So that is how you that is what you will learn in those videos, and then you can start sort of these kind of scale. So what happens is when you are doing a portrait, when you're doing a portrait, start by defining the features. For example, the eyebrow, the
Yeah.
shape of the nose. Draw the shape of the nose correctly, shape of the lips, shape of the face. Everything first to draw them correctly. Because if you start shading and if the drawing itself is not correct, you're wasting your time. Correcting
Yeah.
it will take more time. So what you have to do is first you draw lightly the features, all the features, draw them correctly, and then you start shading. Okay. And
Okay.
start shading by light. Don't straight away make it dark, because then again you'll erase it and the paper will become messy. So
Yeah.
start by shading light. Now here, if you want to make it from dark to light, here. So start by shading it light like this, everywhere light.
Yeah.
Okay, and then blend it, and then blend it, and then here it is required to be dark. So then you make it dark actually like this.
Yeah.
Every you make it light everywhere first, then you gradually go to the darker areas. And if you want, you focus on one area first. Complete this eye first.
Yeah.
Then you complete this eye first. Of course, drawing, you have to draw correctly everywhere first. Draw eyes, nose, lips, everything correctly first. When you're coming to shading, focus on this eye first. Then
Yeah.
focus on this eye first. Focus on one area. And this is for a beginner, because what happens is you'll get confused. Okay, focus on this area, focus on this area, focus on all the areas, complete them, and then look at it in totality. And then you do the shading of the other area, like cheeks, the chin, and the. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is how you have to do a pull. Now, what happens is for the hair. Hair again, you do lighter. First, just give it a little taste, and then you give this kind of lines with the first. You can say 4B pencils, then 8B pencils, and darker areas and all that. And for this highlight, you have to leave the paper. That gives it a better effect. But if you
Okay.
have not left the paper and still you want to do this, you can just do like this. See, you can see this here like this.
Yeah.
So you can get the highlights. Okay. There's also a special instrument available. It looks like a cutter. I don't have it, but
Okay.
that is very nice. That also gives it. You have to use it very carefully. That gives
Okay.
it a nice look like that.
Okay.
So you get a nice shine on in certain places on the hair like that. This is not
Yeah.
functioning. Get a special kind of an instrument that gives it very nice effect like that. The shine.
Yeah.
Now see how charcoal is coming on the paper. So you have to be very
Yeah.
careful. You have to use some paper, protective paper, and when otherwise. Now what happens is, even if you want to sort of protect it, you get it's called fixate.
Okay.
This is for pastels, charcoal, and pencils. Okay.
Okay.
What happens is this is coming in your hand like this.
Yeah.
So you can spray this on this.
Okay.
Spray. And then we fix it. It won't come in your hand.
Oh, that's really nice.
It's a protective layer to it. Also, if
Okay.
you want to, now what happens is, if you want to do, especially in soft pen pastels, you want to
Yeah.
do layers. Now, suppose if you have made a dark layer here, you want to
Yeah.
give highlight. But it is so dark that even when you're doing it with the light color, that dark color is coming into, is not giving you those. required result. So you can just spray this.
Pray.
So what
Okay.
happens is when you are doing a lighter shading, it will not come into that. You'll be able
Okay.
to get a, so this has been this is a protective layer. So for layering, you can use it.
Okay. This is
It'll
like
be
really
very
interesting because most of the time when you are doing charcoal art, the residue starts coming out in your hand, or maybe when you are drawing, or and also it tends to spread across the sheet. So I think this is a very useful thing that you have shared at the moment with everyone. That I mean, I was not very aware of the kind of spray that is also available to do charcoal art, so that's really informative.
some hairspray. It's a hairspray that you use for your hair to set your hair.
Yeah,
Some people
yeah.
also I have not tried it. I since this is a professional thing, I prefer to use professionally. But I have known people to successfully use hairspray.
Yeah.
So now, anything else? Would you like me to share or what now?
So, yeah, maybe I think that's quite a lot that you have covered for today, and maybe we should give everyone a chance to explore their style and also their interest based on the things that you have shared with everyone today. If you would like to share some more of your paintings to everyone, and also we'll end the video with your final message. So your message to the budding artists, to the upcoming artists, because we have a lot of following of young art enthusiasts who have been painting and drawing on their own. So, what would be your message to those people who are just starting on with their journey and who are really enthusiastic about art and painting? And another thing is, if there are any other paintings that you would like to show of your own to everyone based on your collection. You have mentioned about your YouTube channel and also about your Insta page. But if there is any other paintings that you would like to show to everyone, so that we can do it right now.
Please, I, I like water just removed it from the wall and brought it fluid out.
Oh wow! So this was something that you were planning to try, and you finally, yeah, that's really nice.
This, on my YouTube channel, I have shown a lot of fluid art.
Really nice.
I running around with all the paintings. I'm not ready with them.
Okay, nice. So all these are acrylic or oil?
Oh,
What's the medium?
these are oil. This is also an oil. Okay,
Okay,
this is also oil. These fluid paintings that I've shown you are made with acrylic color. These.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
These are acrylic colors. Okay, I have shown them in my YouTube. A lot of videos are there. People can check them. They are very interesting. Now for the uh, for people who want to do portraits. There was one lady who came to me. She said, I want to learn portrait. So I said, okay, fine. So she said, I usually take a class of 2 hours at a time. Okay. So she said, अच्छा आप ये 2 घंटे में मुझे पोर्ट्रेट बनाना सिखा दोगे क्या? I said, 2 घंटे में पोर्ट्रेट नहीं सीखते. Okay, I've been making portrait for so many years, yet I get anxiety when I do portraits. So you cannot learn the portrait. I can teach you the basics, but then I definitely can't. You can't learn a portrait in one
Very true. Very true.
hour. What you have to do is for the people who really want to do portraits or anything for that matter, whether it's a flower or anything for that matter, you need to observe. You need to observe. Now, even in this thing like a flower, this is such a simple thing. What you have to observe is the angle. angle of these strokes.
Yeah.
How this white petal standing out when it is still not white? There is very little white. It is standing out because of the black background. So observe, okay? Observe each and every picture very carefully, very thoroughly. Study the picture. Study each and every picture very thoroughly and then do it. Okay. And nowadays we have so many YouTube videos, teaching. Teaching so many techniques. Watch them, follow them, and yeah, you can learn. But there is no shortcut. You have
Yeah.
to practice. Now, I may watch so many cooking videos. Okay, and I say, हाँ ये तो आता है क्या करना है प्याज डालना है टमाटर डालना है लहसुन अदरक डालना है and I'm ready with this. But when I actually go to cook, then I realize, कि कितना oil डालना है, कितना प्याज डालना है, कितना टमाटर डालना है. That is only comes with practice. Similarly here, you have to practice. It is not you will get it in a you have to practice. Uh, Thankfully, because of this technology, you have so many people teaching online. I don't teach, but there are many people who teach online. So it is good to have some guidance. Follow some YouTubes for take some classes and all that. It's good. Practice. That is the only thing.
Thank you so much, Kavita. And I think the entire session was extremely informative. And thank you so much for sharing all the details. I am sure all the viewers who were a part of the session really enjoyed your session. And we will also be saving the video over here and also on our YouTube channel for the rest of the people to, watch it once we are done with it. And thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure to have you in for this session. And we look forward to invite you in many more upcoming sessions to share your understanding, your experience with everyone. Yeah. So thank you,
I,
everyone.
thank you.
Thank, Great. So thank you everyone for being with us, and we will be saving this video. You can, you can watch this video at your own pace and also and in your own time. And if you have any questions, Kavita's Instagram handle and also YouTube channel is there. You can definitely subscribe to the channel and also reach out to her if you have more questions and if you would like to get in touch with her. So thank you everyone. Happy weekend. Bye bye. Stay safe. Bye Kavita.